I agreed to a dance battle with a guy who mocked my basic moves at the club. He didn't know I was a former Beto dancer for Key Dirt Eats. The look on his face when I finally dropped into a perfect split is something I'll remember forever. It started last Saturday at Pulse, that new club downtown where everyone's been going. I was just vibing with my friends when this guy in a snapback kept staring at me from across the dance floor. You know, the tight designer everything, surrounded by an entourage acting like he owned the place. "You call that dancing?" he shouted over the music when our groups inevitably collided. His friends laughed on cue. Those moods are straight from caught up vapors. My friends tensed up ready to defend me, but I just smiled. Something about his cockiness made me want to play along. "Show me how it's done then," I challenged, stepping back to create space. "Better idea," he said, pulling out his phone. "Next Saturday, Izzy battle right here. I'll get the DJ to clear the floor." Unless you are scared, I should have just told him. Should have mentioned 8 years of professional training. The world tours, the music videos, but the thought of his face when he found out was too delicious to pass up. "You are on," I agreed, accepting his jargon follow. His profile was full of decent, but obviously rehearsed, routines thrown in his letter mirror. Nothing special. For the next week, I barely practiced. Working as a dance instructor now means I am always in shape, but competition mode is different. Still, this went to professional showdown, just a chance to humble someone who needed it. Saturday night, the club was packed. Somehow he'd actually convinced management to host an official battle. There was even a small trophy behind the bar. When I arrived in simple black leggings and a crop top, he looked relieved, probably expecting elaborate dance gear if I were any good. "Ladies first," he smirked when the DJ announced us. "Try to keep up." I started simple, matching his energy with basic moves as he nodded condescendingly. The crowd seemed confused why I wasn't bringing more, and my friends looked worried. For 2 minutes, I let him think he was winning. His moves were actually pretty good, strong technique, clearly years of training, but there was something mechanical about it. All precision, no soul. When my second turn came, I decided it was time. I didn't just dance, I performed. Every move I learned on world tours, every technique perfected in 14-hour rehearsals with the industry's best choreographers. My body remembered everything. The isolations, the drops, the extensions that had once made me good enough to dance behind music's biggest stars. The club went silent, then erupted. His face cycled through confusion, disbelief, and finally understanding. By the time I finished with my signature split, the one from the 2016 World Tour, "Than Annie, you wasn't even looking at me anymore. You could have said something," he muttered later at the bar, the tiny trophy sitting between us. "Would you have believed me?" I asked, genuinely curious. "Or would you have just thought I was another girl making claims to seem impressive?" He didn't answer, just pushed the trophy toward me. "Where did you learn to dance like that?" I pulled out my phone and showed him a photo information with 11 other dancers behind the biggest pop star in the world. His eyes widened as he swiped through tour photos, music, video expos, and rehearsal quits. "Why aren't you still doing that?" he asked. "Blew out my knee during the final show," I replied, pointing to the barely noticeable scar. "Had to re-air it myself. I teach now." Yesterday, he messaged me, asking about classes today. He's my newest student, sitting attentively in the back row, snapback replaced with proper dance shoes, learning the basics as everyone else. Sometimes the best lessons come from the stages we least expect to perform on.